Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the May edition of Rooster with the Greater Owensboro Chamber of Commerce. Good to see y'all. We got a great crowd this morning. This is awesome. We're going to get started like we always do with our invocation and pledge, so we'll ask you to stand. And presenting for us this morning, a senior at Daviess County High School, headed off soon to play ball at Auburn. Please welcome Millie Roberts.
Our Father, on this National Day of Prayer, we want to thank you for this Easter and spring season and the representation of new life for us as Christians that your Son gave us with this sacrifice. With the goldenrod in the fields, our beautiful flowers starting to bloom, and trees budding all across Daviess County, we know that farmers are starting to get their fields planted, and we ask for their safety, and for those that aren't farmers to be patient and understanding on the roadways as they do what they love. All of these leaders here at this breakfast, Lord, please use them as a collective group to do your will and give them guidance to make this a better community for my generation. A place as we graduate and leave to further our education, a place that we may come back to that will be vibrant. Still a great place to raise a family, but with the progressive mindset, thinking to the future of others. God, you are the Almighty, and we ask for the safety of the soldiers abroad, fighting for good, and for the defeat of those hurting the innocent. I ask a special prayer for the class of 2022. May we take up the baton and run with our opportunities to make this world a better place in your honor. In your name I ask for these things. Amen. Amen. Now please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You could actually remain standing because it's time for this morning's Mingle Minute. Thank you. Yes, and usually our Mingle Minute turns into like 2 or 3, and that's fine. So one thing that we love doing with our Mingle Minute, and we're so glad that it's back post-COVID, we like to plant secret shakers among the crowd. And so today we actually had 2 secret shakers. We had from Chamber Young Professionals, we have Mario and we have Jared. So fellas, where are you? I see Jared. There's Mario's in the back. Okay, Mario. Third or fourth person you shook hands with. Who are we going to recognize this morning?
Bob Valentine.
All right, Bob Valentine. Come on up. We got something special for you. Yes, Bob, this is the long, awkward walk toward my voice, but there is payoff. We have a Trundle's gift basket for you that has fudge in it, some peach jelly, a Kentucky bourbon scented candle. How about that?
Hey, that's great.
There you go, buddy. Thanks. Thank you so much, Bob. Give Bob a round of applause. All right, Jared, you're up. Who are we recognizing? Paul Schimminger. Where's Paul?
Nashville. He's from Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Actually, he's next month's speaker.
He's next month's speaker. He's just getting his practice today. You're going home with the Trundle's gift basket, too. How about that? There you go. Congratulations. Appreciate it. Absolutely. And we'll see you in a month.
See you in a gym. Yeah.
You'll have way better seats next month. It is time to recognize our brand new chamber members. We're so pumped to have these folks joining the chamber. We're going to start with Trilogy Health Services. Calumet Trace Senior Living, yes. So Trilogy Health Services has a tagline that perfectly sums up their operating philosophy. It's where family comes to live. The communities are designed to be places where seniors feel accepted, loved, and respected. They do this through their culture of compassionate service. Whether they're hosting an outing to a museum, preparing one of their famous themed dinners, or providing clinical care, every Trilogy team member is committed to exceeding expectations. And this is why customers rank their services so highly year after year, and why so many seniors are proud to call Trilogy home. Joining us this morning are Lana Hartz and Malia Boyster. Welcome to the Chamber, Trilogy Health Services, Calumet Trace Senior Living. Malia, I'm sure you're lovely, but I've known that one forever. Elena, it's good to see you. Volunteers of America Mid-States. They utilize core values of commitment, compassion, diversity, integrity, and justice to operate more than 40 programs and create positive change in communities across Kentucky. VOA provides data-driven and outcome-focused programs that serve veterans, individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities, low-income seniors, unhoused families, and many more. VOA is a leader in helping families overcome substance abuse disorder, and their Freedom House program is a national model for helping pregnant and parenting moms find hope and overcome addiction. Joining us this morning is Dave Bell. Welcome to the Chamber, Volunteers of America Mid-States. The Borough Nutrition is located at 3211 Frederica Street, right next to Great Harvest Bread Company. They offer healthy meal replacement smoothies, energy drinks, and sports nutrition. The Borough Nutrition prides themselves in being locally and veteran-owned. They offer a positive environment where you can quickly grab a delicious drink and relax with friends. Personal wellness coaching is available as well to help you achieve whatever your goals may be. The Borough Nutrition invites everyone to come and visit them soon. When you do, shameless plug for the white chocolate Butterfinger shake, smoothie, whatever it is. It's a gift from the gods, and it's less than 200 calories. Joining us this morning are Philip White and Riley White. Welcome to the Chamber, the Borough Nutrition. The Spot Coffee and Finery is a locally owned artisan coffee house featuring fair trade organic coffee and espresso beans, along with a variety of handmade homewares. All beans are freshly roasted, never frozen, and all art is created locally by skilled hands in the community. The Spot feels that all it takes to change the world is a great cup of coffee. Joining us this morning is Stephen Harvey from the Spot Coffee and Finery. The Charles Schwab Corporation is a leading provider of financial services. Through its operating subsidiaries, the company provides a full range of wealth management, securities brokerage, banking, asset management, custody, and financial advisory services to individual investors, member SIPC. Joining us this morning are Joe Helfrich and Chris Robinson. Welcome to the Chamber, Charles Schwab, Evansville Independent Branch. Off-Road Outlaws plan a variety of entertainment for live music festivals, specifically for off-road parks where all-terrain vehicles such as ATVs, UTVs, etc. can safely ride. What sets them apart from the rest? Off-Road Outlaws chooses a nonprofit that helps children for every festival they promote, and they donate 35% of their profits to that organization. They have support clothing merchandise for purchase to help cover expenses. So joining us this morning are Angie and Brandon Rice from Off-Road Outlaws. And finally, New Career Creations. John Jerkowitz is a career and business coach who is the founder and CEO of New Career Creations. He works with people who are committed to creating balance in their lives and businesses. Starting in November of 1999 as a human resource consultant, John has helped over 500 people find rewarding and successful careers, as well as helping many people make the transition from their 9-to-5 jobs to becoming successful entrepreneurs. While his work is primarily confined to the tri-state area, he has worked with business owners in Sweden, the United Kingdom, India, and France. A published author and motivational speaker, John and his wife, Joan, have lived in Owensboro for 25 years. They have 6 children, 7 and soon to be 8 grandchildren. Joining us this morning is John Jerkowitz. Welcome to the Chamber, New Career Creations. All right, so let's recognize our Ambassador of the Month. And you know, it's actually been a while, I think, since she's been ambassador. She was on quite a roll for a while. But from Disaster Team, you all, we're going to give a big round of applause to Amber Farmer. You're back. Which one? What's that? It has been a while. Yeah, no kidding. You're back in the game, Tanya Harding. That joke never gets old, does it? You immediately flash back. But yeah, Amber, great job. She's always just everywhere. Amazing representation of the chamber. We appreciate you, dear. And by the way, it's a $50 gift card to McAllister's. How about that? All right. Very, very excited to have as our sponsor this morning, Visit Owensboro. There's so much to do here. We love celebrating that fact. And so we proudly welcome up to the podium this morning from Visit Owensboro, Mark Calitri.
That's an exciting video, and it makes you proud to be a part of Owensboro and Daviess County. So it's a great summation of everything that we have to offer. What I want to talk to you today about is this candle. This candle's power is the light that it gives off. And in all of our organizations and all of our companies, people give off the light, and people give us our power. And we've all had a difficult couple of years here with COVID. Everybody's been affected. Tourism has been especially affected very hard, and it's been a difficult few years. And our people have shown the light for us and have shown up every day to make a difference in our organization. And I want to recognize some folks for making a difference in this community. First, our team: Sarah Haynes, Katie Pickens, Dave Kirk, and Chris Gendek. Thank you for everything you do, getting us through these rough times. The leadership light also comes from our board of directors, and I'd like to name them. Our board chair, Claude Bacon from Lingate Hospitality. We'll name everybody, then we'll hold our applause here. Vice Chairman David Johnson from A+ Leadership. Our treasurer is Taylor DeVoe from Riney Hancock. Greg Floyd from Old South Barbecue, Sharon Neesmith from Hampton Inn downtown, Sonny Patel, Sleep Inn Hotel, and Kyle Odd from German American Bank. We also have City Commissioner Larry Maglinger as our liaison to the city. We also have County Commissioner George Wathen, who is our liaison to Daviess County Fiscal Court. So thank you for all the leadership that you provide. Now we can clap for those folks. Everybody here understands the impact of we all understand the concept of economic impact, because everybody wins when people outside of this community spend their money inside at our local businesses. So let's review some of the success we've had. Bourbon is a $7 billion industry, and with the Green River Distillery brand relaunch, they've taken off like a rocket. Just this first quarter of this year, they're up 900% in distillery tours. We've illuminated our claim as the bluegrass music capital of the world. We're aggressively filling up the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame with national events and world-recognized concerts. And just to give you an example, we had the Kentucky State Fiddle Championship recently that drew competitors from over 15 states, all of those people here spending money in our local businesses. And then here at our convention center, we've capitalized on some untapped potential for a bigger economic impact. Working together with the city and the county and our partners at Owensboro Health, we've created an indoor sports solution right here in the convention center. And here's a video to show you what that looks like. This new indoor sports concept is already proving that Owensboro can attract big-time sports events, and the future looks really bright. And it's all about results, and we have even more good news to report. This year, the Convention Center will set an all-time record for number of hotel room nights produced. So all the combination with the conventions and the corporate meetings and this new indoor sports concept is creating the results that we all want. And a lot of that success is because of the Convention Center's new leadership team. And I'd like to recognize them. Jamie Sheffer is the acting general manager. We have the new director of sales, Josh Gann, and JT Pedley in the sales. And the entire team at the Sports Center is really making a difference. One other thing, we're very fortunate to have a strong chamber that organizes events like this and keeps the light shining bright for all of us. And a big shout out to our community's #1 cheerleader is Candace Brake and her team at the chamber. They do a great job, and they give us an opportunity to recognize every month the most valuable recruiter. And that award recognizes people in our community for creating an economic impact to Owensboro and Daviess County. And so each of you have that opportunity as well to help us keep that light shining bright by encouraging your company to host their state meetings here or your meetings here, or even encouraging your state associations to bring their conferences here. So everybody here has the opportunity to be a part of this team and be a part of all this success. And to show our appreciation to everyone here today helping us, we have a few prizes to give away. So Tristan Durbin at the airport and Cape Air have provided certificates for 2 round-trip tickets to Nashville or to St. Louis. And also, Lauren Estrell from the Botanical Garden has provided a certificate for a 1-year membership. So if everybody will look under your seats right now, take a minute, we'll see who the winner is. And one more right back there. Got it. Okay, thank you. Thanks, everybody. And we also want to thank our hospitality partners, tourism partners that left some swag on your tables there. Botanical Gardens gave us some pads of paper. The Bluegrass Music Museum and Hall of Fame has all of their concerts coming up right there on your tables. We also have One Fine Night with Michael Feinstein at the Owensboro Symphony. And then you have a nice mouse pad there from the Owensboro Airport in Tristan, Durban. So thanks, everybody, and thanks for being a part of our community success.
Great job. Good job, guys. Thanks. Mark, thank you. Thank you so much. Congrats to our winners today. That's really fun. My dog Yogi, I live out by the airport, and every time the Cape airplane flies over the house when my dog's in the backyard, he loses his mind. Like, he thinks it's a pterodactyl. Like, it's just a plane, Yogi, calm down, it's fine. Mark mentioned how strong our chamber is, and it's time for our chamber update. And with that, of course, our president and CEO, Candace Brake.
Yes. We play all the details.
Watch all of your stuff.
Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see everybody. We've got so many special guests here today. I want to start off by recognizing those people that are here, and I'm going to start with the adults, the over 18 and 19 in the group, if we could, and we'll just hold our applause to the end. Mark Lord from Congressman Brett Guthrie's office. Mark's here. Gil Mitchell from Leader McConnell's office is here. Our Majority Caucus Chair, Suzanne Miles, is here. Suzanne, would you and DJ Johnson stand up together, because you really helped us out with our family court, and I want to recognize you. Thank you both so much for your hard work. I know this session was long, and you all had a lot of long nights, and we want to appreciate just everything you've done. Okay, Mayor Tom Watson's here at our head table. Y'all listen, it's been a long night, right? Mayor Pro Tem Larry Maglinger's here. City Commissioner Jeff Sanford. City Manager Nate Pagan. County Commissioner George Wathen. Sheriff Barry Smith. Judge Jay Wethington, District Court Judge Shannon Meyer, County Attorney Claude Porter, Daviess County PVA Rachel Pence Foster, Jailer Art Maglinger, County Clerk Leslie McCarty, and from our Owensboro school system, we have Dr. Matthew Constant, our superintendent, and board members Jeremy Edge, Dr. Jeremy Luckett, and Michael Johnson. And we also have today a special guest from Lexington, Jay Hall, who's from Wrigley Media Group. And then, so let's give all them a round of applause. So Jeff, our speaker here today, he was just a little bit older than me in grade school, just 1 year. So anyway, but when we started talking, we went to Blessed Mother together. So y'all, if anybody here is from Blessed Mother, BMS is the best. Would y'all stand up? Any Panthers? I know we have some up here. Thank you, Barry, Richard Hayden, in the back, Tanya. So we had some, it was good, and what a great school, and so glad to welcome you back here today. And with welcoming you, we've got lots of baseball players here and softball players, student athletes from several of our high schools. Would you all please stand up today and be recognized? Let me take a picture. Sorry. Thank you, Chad, for your water.
You're welcome. Anything else I can do?
No, we're good. Thanks. I don't know. So this week, will you pass me the clicker? Maybe I'll take the clicker. Thank you very much.
Oh, gosh, how
I know,
bad that's
it's bad. I'm wearing pink today. I can't help it. So this is National Small Business Month, and for you young people that are here today, small businesses fuel our economy. A lot of you all have parents that own or operate small businesses, but in the chamber we have about 90% of our members are small business. Those are startups, they're mom and pops, and they go up to 500 employees. But it really is the backbone of our community, and it's the backbone of our national economy. So this month, we think about our small businesses. We celebrate them by doing business with them and all we do, and just appreciate them, because appreciation goes a long way. Some of you may know there's a primary on May the 17th. It's a big part of our election process this year. We held a local issues forum a couple of weeks ago at City Hall with all of our local candidates that are on the primary ballot, the elections that will be decided on the primary. And that is actually on our website now. We've sent it out in our weekly emails. It's on our YouTube channel as well. So Wonder Boy Media actually taped that for us, but please make an opportunity. You'll kind of see your candidates, and you'll have another opportunity, though, on May the 14th at the Daviess County Courthouse lawn, where we're going to have an old-fashioned stump speech with all of our elected or hopeful elected officials that will be on the primary ballot. So please come out and join us for that. It's going to be a fun way to just hear what people are about. We'll have primary ballots, so you'll be able to see who's running for each. And we'll also have our district court judges and our family court judges on that as well. We couldn't involve them in our local issues forum because they're not allowed to talk about issues. So that's a picture from our thing. As you can see, we had a packed house, and Farm Bureau and our Neighborhood Alliances sponsored that with us. Our DC flying was last week. Annually, we go to DC with a list of projects and just community building with our leaders in DC, and we had a great time. This is with Congressman Guthrie. He always opens his door and his arms to us. We had great meetings with Leader McConnell and Senator Paul as well. Go Pitch is happening today. Today's a very busy day. You all know this is like the Shark Tank version in Owensboro, where a lot of really cool business ideas are getting pitched for investment opportunities. The new location is going to be at the Owensboro Convention Center, so it will be here very soon. Tickets are still available if you'd like to watch and see what's going on. The startups in our community and the ideas that's going on here and the entrepreneurial spirit we have, it's been really more than I've ever seen in my 25 years of my career. We've got a lot of great things happening here. Leadership Owensboro class, May 19th, we're going to be winding down our last class day, and then that night we're going to have our graduation in the chamber lobby. It's hosted by German American Bank. We're going to have a great night to celebrate this group. It's been just such a great year to spend time with these people. We've got a lot of great people that are going to lead our community and keep seeing us, I hope, because we're going to have a tough time not seeing you guys. Ribbon cuttings are coming up, lots this month. So today we have one at Don Mario, that's at 12:15. The Blake Hayden group on Friday, the 13th, sorry Blake, at 12:15 we have that. And then the Uniqueness will have theirs on Friday, May the 20th. Shelley's been super busy, and as you can see all of our new members that are here this month, a lot of great things happening. And then Jerry Ray Davis's will be on Thursday, May the 26th, sliding into Memorial Day weekend. And then the BF Morgan, it's on February the, I swear, got plenty of sleep last night. On May 27th. And today, the CYP are having a Cinco de Mayo celebration tonight at Real Hacienda, and that's going to be a great event, a lot of fun. I know they have a really good time every year with that, and we appreciate Mario and the group for planning lots of cool ways for our young professionals to get together. The ambassador meeting is on Wednesday, May the 18th. And then Big Rivers is our coffee sponsor. We want to thank them for stepping up. They also sponsored Red, White, and Blue this year, and they've really come to the community with gangbusters to help us out and make their presence known. Our member renewals are at your table. Every month we try to remind you all, those members that you see investing in the community, those are people that believe in what we're doing here, not just with the chamber, but overall in the community. So do business with chamber members because they believe in something bigger than themselves, believe back in them. Okay, so we got an announcement to make today. Our new Director of Talent Programs is here with us. She's a Leadership Owensboro class member this year. That's right, y'all. She's got the job. I want to introduce Ashton Warren. She's coming from hospice. She starts on June the 1st. Ashton grew up. She's her Ronnie Farm, so she knows hard work, and not only she's got that servant's heart that goes right along with that hard work. Ashton, we are so excited to welcome you to our chamber family. And also congratulations to Nico's Bakery. They're our Small Business Winner Spotlight of the Month. Thank you guys so much, and I think it really the nerves is one of my two best friends are here today, and I know I'm going to be told afterwards what I did wrong and so anyway. Hey, Stephanie and Sarah, shout out.
You did great. You did great. Round of applause for Candace. Gavin, tell Millie I rewrote her prayer and put Candace's name in bold in paragraph 2, okay?
Thank you.
Seriously, great job. Okay, fun. You mentioned that the baseball players are here. Of course, huge sporting event in Kentucky, right, on Saturday, the 148th Run for the Roses, the Kentucky Derby. So, baseball players, we have Owensboro here, Owensboro Catholic, Apollo, and Daviess County. Yes? All represented? Okay, I need each team to find me a captain and co-captain. You have like 5 seconds. Let's do this. Captain and co-captain. There's 2 OHS players. It kind of solves that problem, doesn't it? I played softball with your mom forever. I did. We were on the same co-ed team in this city, like 10-time city champions. Co-ed division, Jack C. Fisher Park, represent. Okay, so it's the two of you, right? Stand up, OHS. Daviess County, who's my captain and co-captain? Kenzie, this is you, Bat. We want to go ahead and get set up. Captain and co-captain? Oh, you all just really, you tackled those titles like I can feel you owning it. Don't have much hope for the Panthers today. Okay, who's my captain and co-captain over here? Which team is this? This is Apollo, yeah? Oh, Owensboro Catholic, I'm sorry. Oh, I should have seen your shirt. Oh, you're the kid I made run around the room a few months ago. John Michael, yes, I remember you. Are you on the track team too? That's their loss. All right, Apollo, captain and co-captain, let's do this. Come on up. All right, I need two teams at each table, okay? 2 teams at each table right here. These small ones in the front. Yes, we're putting you in the front.
Yeah, Kenzie, you're going to have to direct.
Yeah, Kenzie, you'll probably have to direct here. We'll get two sets of teams here. Okay, so obviously horse racing is a huge tradition. Oh, I like this. Camaraderie among the teams. That's great. Rivals at night, friends during the day. That's great. Okay, Kentucky Derby, huge sporting event. A part of that tradition in this state is the pageantry of the whole thing, right? It's plaid pants, and it's mint juleps, and it's derby hats. So, to celebrate the fastest 2 minutes in sports, we're going to put 2 minutes on the clock and have you all create derby hats. And the best derby hat is going to win a pretty amazing prize from Byron and Barkley in downtown Owensboro for your mom of choice. All right, so I need you all to get your supplies. I need you to start thinking in your head like, what would Tim Gunn on Project Runway do? They're like, who's that? I have no idea who that is. Are we ready? Teams, are we ready? I mean, people, this is stimulus response. Are we ready, baseball teams? All right, Candy, are we set with the races on with Sawyer Brown? The fastest 2 minutes in sports begin now. Crank that up. Come on! Now, I love this. The Catholic High team, they're actually cheering on their captain and co-captain. The Aces have some spirit. Okay, the Panthers are just like filming their friends for TikTok. No hopes of winning. They don't care. Come on, team, faster! Okay, y'all need to pick up the pace. WWSD, what would Seabiscuit do? Move it! How much time we got? You have 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Come on, Panthers. Come on, Devils. Come on, Aces and Eagles. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give them a round of applause. Now, co-captains. Who are the co-captains on each team? Co-captains, I need you to put the hats on your head and come stand down front. We're going to have vote by applause. And by the way, hey guys, no pressure, but there's like a really well-known, world-famous sports agent on the dais today. Like, you may want to try to be impressive. Okay. All right. So we're going to start over here by a round of applause, team. We have first represented the team from Owensboro Catholic High School, right here. Really good. Next, we have Owensboro High School represented. Oh. Good ride, cowboy. All right. We have my alma mater, class of '89, the Daviess County Panthers. Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. There's some love for the Panthers. All right, let's hear it for the Apollo Eagles. Okay, Apollo, Owensboro, you're dismissed. Good job. Congratulations. Catholic High, Daviess County. We're going down to the wire here. One more time for Catholic High. Going to be hard to beat. Daviess County.
Listen, I'm a Catholic graduate, 88. I'm an ace when it comes to this stuff. I cannot.
Brenda Clayton, you are the chairman of the board. Oh, that's right. You have too much.
Hey, make the mayor do it.
Oh, yes. Our mayor, who, by the way, we all know this, can rock out, take me out to the ball game, right? We've all heard him do it. All right, Mayor Watson, one more time. Catholic High. This is the rowdiest Rooster Booster we've ever had, and I am here for it. Daviess County Panthers. Who's the winner?
Well,
What do you think?
I think it's a tie.
A tie.
We'll split the award. That's a political thing, you know.
Well, our friends at Byron and Barclay gave us a derby hat, which is amazing, right? Wait. I can't put that on my head. So, who's the winner? Do we know? Is it a tie? Okay, so here's what we'll do. You all can decide between you which relative is going to get this hat. But Byron and Barclay, actually, you should maybe try it on and model it for us. That'd be good, too. I mean, you might as well at this point, right? Thank you, fellas. Really, really good job. And congratulations on your seasons. Thanks for being good sports. Kenzie, get a picture? Yeah, you should definitely put that on. Oh, yeah, keep that hat in the frame if you don't mind. Well, keep that in the picture if you don't mind. That's called sponsor love. That's perfect. That is perfect. Good job, fellas. And honestly, I got to tell you, it was really fun seeing the team camaraderie and spirit. That's amazing. Keep that up. Great work. All right. So mention that world-famous agent. It is time for the introduction of our featured speaker. Really excited to have him with us. And to make that formal introduction for you today, our board chair, Brenda Clayton. And thank you for recusing yourself. That was very responsible.
Yeah, thank you.
Good morning. I'm pleased to introduce Jeff Berry this morning. Owensboro native Jeff Berry has been a Major League Baseball player, agent, and attorney since 1998. He started his career with famed Hendricks Brothers before moving to IMG in 1999, and then eventually to CAA, where in 2006 he was one of the original employees of the newly formed CAA Sports. Berry played college baseball at Northeastern University and UNC Charlotte. He graduated from UNC Charlotte with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in 1992 and went on to play one season in the Boston Red Sox minor league system. Following his playing career, Berry attended Oklahoma City University School of Law and served 3 years as a graduate assistant baseball coach. He earned his Juris Doctor from OCU School of Law, graduating cum laude in May of 1998, and was admitted to the Oklahoma Bar Association in September of 1998. As the longtime co-head of CAA Baseball, Berry has led tremendous growth and success in the baseball division. Since its inception in 2006, CAA Baseball has negotiated more than $3 billion in multi-year player contracts and advised 56 first-round picks. In 2021, CAA baseball represented 10 Major League Baseball All-Stars, and over the last 16-plus years, the client list has included 4 MVPs, 5 Cy Young winners, and 7 Rookies of the Year. Barry has been repeatedly recognized by Forbes magazine as one of the world's most powerful sports agents and is known as a fierce advocate for players. Barry's advocacy has sparked 2 major rule changes, protecting catchers from the home plate collisions, the Buster Posey rule, and making it possible for players to be traded soon after being drafted, the Trey Turner rule. He has also been outspoken on various labor issues, the amateur draft, and salary arbitration. Barry was recently appointed to serve on the board of directors of the V Foundation for Cancer Research. Comprised of prominent business leaders, award-winning athletes and coaches, distinguished physicians, and world-renowned entertainers, the board is entrusted with and accountable for the strategic leadership and governance of the organization. Founded by ESPN and legendary basketball coach Jim Valvano, the V Foundation's game-changing research and all-star scientists with one goal in mind: to achieve victory over cancer. Barry has been married to his wife Sarah since 2005, and they have 3 children, Jax, Clark, and Whitney, and reside in Bradenton, Florida. Jeff Barry.
Thank you. I look around this, and I might have bit off more than I can chew. I had a great dinner last night. First of all, thank you for inviting me here. It's always a joy to be back in Owensboro. I look around, and I got into town last night. I drove by Blessed Mother. I drove by Eastern Little League, all the sports center, and I see things largely the same. And then I come here. And I say, wow, look at the progress and things that have been made. One of the guys, I was fortunate enough, Bart organized a dinner last night. And at the dinner, one of the guests there had said to me, you travel all over the country, you see different things, you see different cities, small towns, big towns, everything else. He goes, what could Owensboro be doing better? And I was like, when I come here, I don't know much. I look at this beautiful view, this beautiful venue. Our MC today, could he have a better voice and tone? I've been to venues all over the country. This is as nice as anywhere, and it makes me proud to be from Owensboro. It's really cool. So thank you guys for having me.
Well, Jeff, of course, you and I have known each other a good while now, and we talk about Owensboro all the time, and I appreciate what you just said. But one thing is very clear, I think, to all of us about you, is not just the success you've had professionally, but also the work you do for others through the V Foundation. You have the power of Owensboro in your DNA, and we're really proud of you and welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The first thing I think what we're going to do is I'm going to ask a few questions that we want Jeff to talk about, and then we're going to open it up for questions. Chad's going to run around, I think, and pick on you. So be thinking about what you'd like to hear from the elite sports agent in America, your own Jeff Barry. But first, Jeff, I would like you to talk a little bit about the people that you deal with. You work with the best of the best in the game of baseball, and you've met all kinds of athletes and doing amazing things, some of the best that have ever played. Is there a common thread? And I think for our high school kids particularly, it's interesting to hear, and for you parents who have kids playing, is there a common thread or two that you see in all of the really great players?
Well, I think I'm going to start that. The common thread for me, and I've gotten more and more of this as my kids have aged, the common thread, and I think it'll relate to a lot of people here, it's hard being a sports parent. How difficult is that? As you watch your son, your daughter, you watch them play, and it's funny, I've been working with some of the best athletes in the world for 25 years, and when you watch your own child play, it becomes a lot different. I could be at Yankee Stadium, but I'm more worried watching my 12-year-old not do so well at a local game. And so I have empathy for parents on that. But I think the one thing is that I see the commonality of great athletes, and this is for all you guys and gals up front that are still playing today, is one of the best things you can do as an athlete is it's not about your results. It's ultimate effort is the ultimate victory, meaning it's process over outcome. And the greatest players, these guys that you watch on TV, specifically baseball, they go 162 games in a full season. If everything you do is based on the outcome, if you get a hit, if you know, what your batting average is, any of that, it's an empty end result. To be able to prepare every day, to do everything you can, that's where the real victory is. And for me, I think that's the biggest thing is that, I went 2 for 4. I don't know, did you have 4 good at bats? So you can't control outcome. You keep your focus on what you can control, and that's the common theme that I've seen what Ravens do.
You're with CAA, and you're the head of CAA.
Yes.
Everybody knows who you are and what you all do. But tell us a little bit in detail, what is CAA baseball, and how does that operate from a 10,000 feet view for folks here?
No, I real quickly, CAA is a global corporation that was founded in California, largely entertainment. And in 2006, they started a sports division. So there's football, there's baseball, basketball, hockey, all sorts of, businesses off of that. I work strictly in baseball. But the reality of it is and CA is a wonderful company, but for our baseball division specifically, we'll have, approximately 30 employees, main offices in New York, Nashville, and LA. I have an office out of Nashville. But the key on any of it, it's a personal, like any other business that's a service-oriented business. It's about the quality of work you provide, about the personal relationship. And for the clients, it's, do they believe you're competent? Do they trust you? And finally, you know what? Do you care? And those are the 3 core principles that I think are really important for what we do.
You've been with CA for a while, and we know your successes, but talk about what it takes, because lots of people say, I'd love to be a sports agent. A lot of people want to do that. What does it take to be the elite, and with all humility like you?
No, and look, the thing of it is, I'm not the one who plays the game. I've been blessed to have great clients, great supporters. I want to recognize a few people that are here today. Richard Hayden over there. Richard and I played Little League Baseball at Eastern Little League. 12 year, I think we won the championship when we were 12 years old. Richard was a great left-handed pitcher, but what he also was at 12, he was a great competitor. He went on to be the quarterback at Catholic High, have a successful career here locally, an impact on the community. Neil Corley, a longtime teacher of mine. I look back, and when I was talking about process over outcome, you have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy the process of being a ball player, not what your batting average is, but the work that you get in preparation for it beforehand. The Neil Corley, like I was talking about, one of my favorite memories of Owensboro and being a baseball player, Neil Corley and I would long toss all the time at Chautauqua Park. You just continue to try to get your arm better. It would be the middle of summer. I still remember and treasure those days. I remember going to, I don't know if anyone here remember, Paul Corum. He had a batting cage at his house that we would all go to all summer. He was kind enough to open that up. And so I think the one thing, you have to enjoy the process, the preparation, because the outcome you can't control. What you can control is getting yourself ready to be the best you can be. And that remember that, ultimate effort is the ultimate victory, not the outcome of the game.
And what about you? You said something a few times to me before last night about what's the importance of answering your phone?
Oh, well, that's an interesting thing. Is I've hired a lot of agents over the years, and the one key to success is it's not whether you went to an Ivy League school. It's not if you were a great player yourself. It's not any of those things. It sounds overly simplistic, but the best thing you can do, my first indicator, is do you answer your phone? Meaning if I call at any time, any hour, hey Jeff, what do you need? And you do that for clients too, every time. And one of the things that I was talking about, are you competent? Do they trust you? And do you care? When you answer your phone under all those things, it shows you care. And one of the abilities as an agent, I think one of the abilities as a business owner or a service provider, as an agent, you have to have the ability to provide and deliver good news, but you also have to be just as proficient delivering bad. You have to be authentic with your message, because it ain't easy being a major league player. It's not easy being a business owner. So the ability to continue to show up, answer your phone, really process over outcome, that's what makes guys successful and gals successful. And one of the things that I want all of you to realize, when I was thinking about Paul Corum's batting cage, this is probably 2012. Buster Posey had already come back from his injury where he missed an entire year. And he had some photo shoot that they were doing in Leesburg, Georgia. So I went to his hometown, and this has resonated with me forever. We were at his house, normal house. He still lived back there. His kids were not in school yet. And we go to his house for this, I don't know, it's a commercial or photo shoot of something. And in his backyard, he has a batting cage. And he had just won the 2012 MVP award, had won a World Series, his second one. And in the back, there are leaves on the back of the cage. It looks like the backyard of anybody here in Owensboro. And again, 2012 MVP, two-time World Series champion. And in the backyard, there was just a bucket, and there was a tee in the middle of the cage. And you could see a worn out piece of grass. And so he wasn't in someplace fancy. He wasn't doing anything different than any of you guys do, meaning he loved the process. And it struck me as like, you know what? All the people that you see on TV, they're no different than anyone here. I can promise everyone the mound is the same distance at Yankee Stadium as it is at Chautauqua Park. So, like, anything is possible. And as I was talking about, the venue right here is as good as anything I've ever seen in the country. So, you know, I really respect all you guys, what you're doing, and the whole thing. If you can keep in mind for your whole life, it's not whether you're a big leaguer or not. It's, do you prepare like the best big leaguers? That goes for your academics, that goes for your nutrition, that goes for your sleep. All those things. You want to be great, go be great. This is a town, and you look at the support that comes from here, you look at the people that show up, you look at the progress of this community. And I would be remiss too, I know everyone here knows this guy, but my dad's cousin, Rodney Berry, you know, the impact he had on this community meant a lot to us. So.
Last question I have for you, and then we're going to open it up.
Sure.
Chad. Beyond the baseball, beyond the business, as they've already heard, you've gotten very involved in other things that change the lives of other people, and in some instances save the lives of other people with the V Foundation.
Yep.
Could you talk a little bit about your involvement and how that developed for you and why it matters so much to you?
The V Foundation originally came about, again, Buster Posey. I'm actually flying out to San Francisco. They're honoring him on Saturday with his recent retirement. But he and his wife wanted to get involved in pediatric cancer. And Dick Vitale happens to be a neighbor of mine. He's one of the true champions for the V Foundation. Everyone, especially of a certain age, remembers Jim Valvano. That organization has been around nearly 30 years now. And Dick is a huge advocate for fundraising. And the V is important to me. It has the support of ESPN, the support of, you know, Coach K, Dick Vitale, George Bodenheimer, just big names in sports. And every dollar that's raised goes to cancer research. And that's been a huge thing for me. It's been a true honor of my life. Many of you here know my mom, and she won't mind me saying this because I think it goes to the difference that we can all make. 4+ years ago, she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. She lives a mile from me now, and she's on a drug that didn't exist 10, 15 years ago, and she's thriving and living because of it. And when I look at that, I look at the V Foundation, I look at the difference that we can make, it's, you know, honestly one of the great honors of my life, and I've been affected by it personally, and I see Barbie and Johnny and different family members here that, you know, it's something that means the world to me.
Chad?
Yes, sir.
Thanks. So if you have a question for Jeff, just raise your hand and I'll make my way around the room to you. Let's do this. When you ask your question, go ahead and introduce yourself to him in case you don't know him, and also introduce yourself to the room. So who has a question they want to ask? Okay. Me? Okay, Dave, coming back to you. Yeah, sure.
David Clark, Director of Operations for Owensboro Thoroughbreds. Jeff and I met last night. You know, it's remarkable how you carry Owensboro with you. I just commend you for that, and I think it's really cool. What would you say is the best or greatest sports figure to come out of the city?
Oh wow, that's kind of putting me on the spot. I think the idea that you have so many great things that have come out of this city. I mean, when I was a kid, nothing was more important to me than KWC basketball. Anybody that was here in the Mike Polio years, and Rod Drake and Dwight Higgs. I've been around, I've seen different games, and to this day, the greatest game I ever saw was Lewis versus Kentucky Wesleyan at the Sports Center when I was like 11 or 12 years old. And I still remember like the triplet Niego brothers or something like that from Lewis. And it was an incredible game, the energy, the all of that. Brad Wilkerson, who I've seen a few times over the years, what an incredible career he had. You know, the Nicky Haydens, the Waltrips, I'm sure I'm leaving a ton of people out. Cliff Hagan, the Marks made the big leagues, the kid from Catholic High, right? You know how difficult that is to do? That's a champion, man. And it's not whether you end up being a Hall of Famer or anything else. It's you chase a dream, and it doesn't matter what that dream is. It can be, you just keep showing up every day. You show up every day. Justin Marks didn't have a clean career path, right? That wasn't easy, but think about what he accomplished. That can never be taken away, and it's earned. And that's the great thing about sports. He didn't get lucky. He didn't, he wasn't the best of the best of the best. He was at the highest level of, you can't go any higher than that. And he accomplished it. And, that's where the honor is. That's where, you look back on your career, you look back on your life, and that is where fulfillment comes from. So I'm inspired by stuff like that. I had one ask about a guy that was in the minor leagues. Let's say you're in the AAA for a long time. You're still in the top 1% of the world in what your profession is. So again, that's where I never get caught up in the outcomes. Get caught up in the journey, man, and enjoy the opportunity. See how good you can become in whatever. And it doesn't matter what avenue of life, but the guys that are the best, and the best of the best of the best, is that one, they have a lot of ability. Secondly, they keep getting up. Because one of the things that's difficult, it's easy to be a great teammate when you're hitting well. It's easy to be, I'm playing great, putting on Twitter how blessed you are to do this or any of that. You know what? When you're over, when you're struggling, that's what those guys that play on TV do better than anyone. And people ask, well, what's the key? Obviously, you have to have a certain level of ability, but you have to have the toughness to keep showing up when things aren't going your way. And you continue to get up. And well, what if I'm struggling for this long? I don't know. You get up again, then you get up again, then you get up again. And you do that, you'll live a fulfilled life, you'll have a fulfilled athletic career, and it doesn't matter whether it ends in high school, grade school, or the Hall of Fame. You'll feel great about what you've accomplished.
Awesome. Another question? All right.
Oh, youngster.
Introduce yourself.
My name is John Kurtz, and I was wondering, who was the first player that you were an agent for?
Well, I'll tell you a really good story. One of the first players I was an impact player, and this is where a lot of it, people ask, well, how did you get here to where you are today? I honestly don't know. I just kept showing up. I wasn't that good of a player, but I played for a long time just because I kept showing up. And just to give you a little story, I'll use Mark Burley. Does anybody here know who Mark Burley is? He was a left-handed pitcher that won 214 games in the major leagues. When I got released in the spring of, I think, 95. I hit like 150 the year before. I only played once a week. I was old. I was a fifth-year college senior when I signed. And I ended up getting an opportunity to go to law school. There was a scout from the Tigers at the time that called me and said, hey, you know, we'd like to sign you. And my first response was, why? I said, you've seen me play for at least 5 years, and you know I'm not a major league caliber player. And he said, well, we need extra catchers, meaning basically people to catch bullpens in spring training and everything else. I said, I'm not interested. And he goes, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I plan to go to law school. And this is the moment where I think, you know, I look back and I'm like, this is divine intervention. Because as soon as I said I want to go to law school, he said, I have a good friend I just got off the phone with, and they're looking for a graduate assistant coach. And I'm like, give me his number. So I call, I bother them, go out and meet him. Eventually, I get to be a graduate assistant baseball coach at a small NAIA school. Ray Harper actually ended up coaching basketball there. I coached for 3 years there. All of my law school education was paid for. And that's a blessing I didn't create on my own. And when I was there, we would do baseball camps and clinics and things like that. And there was a guy named Nick Capra. Nick played in the big leagues for a little bit. I got to know him. He was retiring from AAA when he was like close to 40 years old. And he was trying to get into coaching. He didn't know how to use a computer. I typed his resume, sent it to the White Sox, all that sort of thing. He manages in low A ball that next year, and he calls me right as I'm graduating from law school, and he said, hey, I have this player you need to look at. He was a 38th round draft pick, all that. I graduated from law school. Pretty soon thereafter, I signed Mark Burley, and it was just because of people that had helped me along the way. And Mark Burley went on to earn more than $150 million in his career. And I look at that, and that wasn't me. That was just, you show up, you do the best you can with the day that you have, and good things happen. And sometimes good things don't happen. And when good things don't happen, you show up tomorrow the same way as if you won the day before. So that's my best advice. And something on Mark Burley, this will be a good story for all of you out there, whether it's business or whether it's life in general. Mark is a borderline Hall of Famer. And his numbers retired by the White Sox, all that. He was cut twice in high school. And this is a really good story. He was a small kid, a late bloomer, and I learned this afterwards. Family there in St. Charles, Missouri. He was in high school, got cut his freshman year, got cut his sophomore year. I said, well, did you play like Legion ball or any of that? He goes, no, I played in like the General Babe Ruth League. I wasn't good enough to play Legion. And he wasn't going out for his team his junior year. And he lied to his dad about when tryouts were because he was too ashamed to get cut by the same staff for the third time in a row. So his dad called the high school and he said, hey, when are tryouts? And found out, called Mark, you know, you have the father-son talk, quitter, you never quit, we have more pride than that, all of that. He goes out, makes the team his junior year, barely pitches, but he's thrilled, heck, he didn't get cut, so it's a win. And senior year, he's their third pitcher. He ends up growing 6 or 7 inches, becomes big, he's always been able to throw strikes. He wants to keep playing, he walks on to a local junior college, plays at Jefferson City Community College. He ends up a year and a half later in the big leagues for the next 16 years. And so the thing of it is, the ultimate thing of keep showing up, how hard is that to go out for a team after you've been cut by that same coaching staff, and you go out a third time? That's what getting up means. So that's one of my first players that I ever represented. And you know, to your question, that helped make my career because it's not easy getting started in the agent business either. That guy literally built the foundation of my career.
Candace, how are we doing on time? One more question?
I can talk all day if you guys want to stay late.
We're going to come up to Dave Kirk.
You've talked a lot about, the positivity, but how do you deliver the bad news? Because I think everybody here has had to have that bad day. We've talked a lot about good days, but how do you do the bad news?
No, you deliver it with authenticity, and you don't shrink away from it. The thing of it is, when you deliver bad news with authenticity, I think you're showing the client, the business, the player, you're showing them respect, that you also you value them. To lie to somebody or to sugarcoat something, if you do it with love, if you do it with care, if you do it as a coach, it's better for that player, that client, that teammate to know the truth. But if it comes from a place where they know you care about them, that's when you deliver it. The last thing I ever want is, when a guy has a really bad game if a guy has a great game, I know he's going to get 1,000 calls from friends, family, people all over. I usually don't text or call a guy after that. I'll call a guy if he gets knocked out in the second inning, I'll call the clubhouse then and say, and talk about it there, because people run away from the down times. It's actually, I think you should run towards them. And that builds like an authentic relationship, no matter what business you're in. So I think that in delivering the bad news happens, man. And it's how you deal with it. So, to me, I think if you can treat both of those, the great news and the not so great news the same, you're better off no matter what profession you're in.
Folks, a round of applause first for Owensboro's Phil Donahue, Clark Darrell, Phil Donahue, and our very special guest today, Jeff Berry. And we have Owensboro Mayor Tom Watson with a very special presentation.
Where'd he go?
Put that mic on here, Tom.
No, I don't want to do that. Technology, isn't it wonderful? Well, on behalf of your community, come here, man, before I hit you in the nose. Your parents did a hell of a job of raising you, because I coached against your dad 100 years ago, and he was as hell-bent on doing the right thing as anybody ever. So I'd like to present you with a commemorative bat of your trip here.
Thank you very much.
Because you've hit a home run for life, man.
Well,
thank you.
I can tell you what, this community continues to hit a home run every day. I come back here, and I'm inspired by all this. So congratulations to you, the city. It's just an honor. All you guys out there, all you gals out there. And one of the things, do we have any softball girls here?
We have several.
Because, and like I look at, you see baseball and you see sports and so much of it. One of the things, you're going to Auburn. Or who delivered the prayer that was?
She had to go back to school.
Oh. The people that you're playing, or that the accomplishments, baseball has opened up, sports in general have opened up. You see the opportunity for women in sports. Don't underestimate that. Like, it's, the world is evolving, sports are evolving. It's not who you are, where you're from, it's your competency level, what you want to do. And I'm inspired all the time with the women in sports and the advancements that are being made, so I appreciate all the softball gals coming out too.
Real quickly, I know you all need to get back to work and be successful. The city of Owensboro has a sister city in Olomouc, which is in the Czech Republic, and we've they're 520 miles from the Ukraine border. So we're trying to put together a little relief fund for them. So I have a little statement my Adrian wrote for me, so I won't screw anything up. So, and a quick story. My mom was born in Belgium, outside it, in a little town called Bossum, a little Flemish town. And she was in Belgium during World War II when the Germans occupied Brussels. And she and her mother lived in cellars all during the day because my grandfather was in the resistance. And so they moved them every night to another cellar. So all the time the Germans were occupying Brussels, my mom and my grandmother lived in a dark cellar. So I have a kind of a special place in my heart for what you see that's going on TV and the mess that's going on in Ukraine. So I'll read you this statement so that, like I said, Adrian will kill me if I don't read it. So the Owensboro sister city and regions established a Ukrainian relief fund in response to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Owensboro sister cities and regions is called OSCAR, has established a relief fund and aid Ukrainian refugees who have been forced to flee their homes and escape the violence in their country. Our sister city, Olomouc, is the Czech Republic. Been working closely with partners in Černovista, Ukraine, to provide humanitarian aid to the 50,000 Ukrainians who have sought shelter in the refugee camp there in that town. Olomouc provided more shelter for more than 5,000 refugees, many of which are women and children. Most of the Ukrainian refugees in Olomouc have lost everything, and many of them seek a permanent visa to allow them to reside in Olomouc indefinitely. In honor of Oscar, that's our sister city's 30th anniversary, as a member of the Sister Cities International Board, it's our goal to raise $30,000. Tax-deductible donations, the Oscar Relief Fund will help sister cities and regions. It's a 501c3 organization, and our sister city provides the much needed assistance. So if you have time, we've got a booth set up outside, I think. Adrian's got a silver tin cup. She's sitting on a stool, blindfolded, so you can just do whatever you need to do to keep her going. And and also Independence Bank has a place there, and it's one of those code things. What is it? You take
QR code.
QR code. You just hit it and do whatever that thing does. So we'd appreciate anything you can do. It's a worthwhile effort, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you so much.
Michael Vanover, who's the chair of Sister Cities, and he's here.
Yeah, Michael Vanover, by the way, is our chair of Sister Cities. He's here today supporting that cause. So thank you all so much for being here. One final slide, Candace. Mother's Day on Sunday, so a big round of applause for all the moms in this room today. Thanks for being with us, and we will see you in a month at the next Rooster Booster. Have a great day, you all.